Hi everybody. This video may end up being a little choppy only because I feel like I'm not totally thinking straight right now, so I may have to like start and stop if I like lose track or lose my thought. But I wanted to answer a few questions I had been getting. One was about how my PRP is doing, how's my biohair doing, how things are going ever since getting off the birth control pill, and also I want to give you an anxiety update since I had brought you into my world with that one back in September. So the PRP, I had my last PRP session with Dr. Joseph Greco in November of last year, beginning of November of last year, and I think it's going great. I mean, I'm going to keep going to see him every 4 to 6 months, and I've gone to him, only gone to him for each time I've done that, the 9 times I've done it since 2009, because I trust him, and you know, I don't trust a ton of people, so you know, I think that he's the man. So I go over there to go see him, and I think it's working for me. I think it's working to help, you know, stabilize my hair loss and reduce the shedding. It's not eliminating my hair loss by any means. It hasn't like stopped it, but I think that it's helped a little bit to just give my hair even just a little bit better quality to it, and my fiance thinks it actually looks a bit better than it has been in a while. So then I'm like, is that because of the way it's cut, or is that really because is it the PRP, or I don't know what it is, but I'll take it for sure. So that's my bio hair is doing pretty good. What else? Okay, so that's the PRP. I'm due to go back probably in March, I think. Next subject. See, I'm losing my train of thought. Thinking about other things. Okay, next subject. Getting off the birth control pill. I got off the birth control pill July of 2013. It was a huge thing for me because I had I was petrified to get off the birth control pill. I'd been on it for over a decade and I hated taking it. You know, the pill is actually what started my hair loss to begin with, and it was suggested to get back on the pill to help stabilize my hormones to potentially help with my hair loss. I don't know that it actually ever did that, but what it did do is make me feel horrible taking it. I hated taking the pill. So I did, you know, schedule the PRP around the time that I got off the pill, and did have another session after that. So I had one session in July and then I had one in November, and I really think the PRP has helped to keep the shedding at bay with that, because I have not had any major shedding. And as far as any other adverse effects from getting off the pill, I basically, my skin kind of crapped out. Like, I get breakouts, and I think my rosacea is worse in general. And also, I get bad period cramps, which I didn't have when I was on the pill. I had insomnia for a while. Oh, here's a fun one. My boobs are smaller. TMI, but I guess the pill helps to, you know, it helps give more fullness to your breast potentially, and that probably definitely was the case for me. I'm kind of flat anyways, but it did have somewhat of an effect, a little bit of a filling effect. So that went away, you know. So sorry to my fiance. And what else? That's pretty it. It was, you know, my period was regular almost from the beginning. Like, I was worried that I was gonna not get a period, or if I got one, it'd be like for a month, or I would be totally irregular, and that wasn't the case at all. So I was really relieved about that. So I kind of feel like won't be in the clear with everything, like having this pill behind me, until it's been a year, and it has not been a year. It won't be a year till July. So but I'm pretty happy with how that's going. So I'm not complaining about that. So it's all good. PRP is good. My bio hair is doing as decent as it can, and getting off the pill has gone okay. I wish I really would have done it before. I wasn't ready to do it before, make that leap, but I really wish I would have done it before. And my anxiety update. I written in September that I deal with a lot of anxiety. I deal with social, generalized, and phone anxiety. And that I had started seeing a psychiatrist, which I'm still seeing him. And I actually decided, actually fairly early on, to take medication. I was taking Xanax. And am taking Xanax for my anxiety, which helps like tremendously for me. I mean, for me, Xanax kind of just slows the roll of the world, so it's not so chaotic, and I can process things much more effectively, and not feel so like when I'm out and about, and not feel like I'm getting swallowed by the outside environment. So for me, Xanax has been like life changing, like for sure. But even with that, if I, for example, haven't taken Xanax or whatever, and something happens that's anxiety provoking, I can have an anxiety attack. Not to be confused with a panic attack. I don't actually get panic attacks, but I get anxiety attacks. It can just completely wipe me out. So it's kind of like a lot better than it was, but still having like these like bumps in the road that were just kind of like really taking a toll on me, like mentally draining, and like I'm doing this but it's not fully getting better. So although it was kind of suggested to me, not kind of, it was suggested to me like from the beginning to try an SSRI, which is an antidepressant, which I didn't know that the SSRIs are also used for that they are anti-anxiety medications, but they are. So that was definitely a newsflash for me. I was very reluctant to do so. I didn't want to have to take a pill that I was going to be tethered to, because I feel like I had to take a hair loss pill, and I was always like, I just hate that feeling of having to take something. I am really not a pill person. I would prefer to take as little as possible, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to take something. I have asthma, and I have to take corticosteroid morning and night. I have low thyroid. I take Synthroid for that every day. Some stuff you just have to take. Not everything, depending on the person, it's different for everybody, but not everything can be addressed with, diet and exercise, and, I'm sure these things help, but not everything can be fully solved depending on your level of issue with whatever it is. So, I was, like I said, I was reluctant to, but I decided that at the end of December, I guess 30 days ago, to be exact, kind of 30 days ago, then I had told my psychiatrist that I would be willing to try it, because I still felt like I was not fully right, and I wanted to give myself the opportunity to try something that could potentially enhance my life, give me a better life, and not leave me more vulnerable to falling, bombing out from my anxiety. I don't know what the word is. Like I said, I'm not thinking clearly right now. So I started that, and I was kind of worried that I would get like all side effects, and because there's a whole bunch of stuff about everything that can happen when you start up the pill. And that pretty much did happen. I feel like I got every side effect that was listed. I felt like garbage for about 2 weeks. I felt like garbage. And then I felt like the side effects went away, and then I was just left with feeling like I didn't have the side effects, but I wasn't having any benefit. And then, but I should say that during this time, my fiance actually noticed that he felt that there was definitely a positive change, like a more calming effect, and I was just dealing with things better. And it wasn't until this last week that I noticed it in myself, that I was like, you know what, it definitely is helping me. There's no question, there's no denying it. It's definitely helped me, and I'm on the lowest dose right now, and I definitely need to go up on this dose. But I'm at the lowest dose, and I'm definitely seeing an improvement from it. So that's positive. So I'm telling you about this because, one, if for anybody that's beneficial to know, or is in a similar situation that I am, that these things are out there and they're possibilities, and I'm definitely not saying that it's for everybody. Personally, I'm a believer in psychopharmacology in my life because it really helps me. But I know everybody has their own opinion on that, and everybody has to do what works for them. This is what I'm doing, and this is what's working for me. So I'm going to keep doing it. And then I also am mentioning it because I feel like I'm not, or wasn't, or whatever, fully like accepting of myself being like taking something for my mind. Like, I feel like it made me feel less than or weak, or these were things I should have been able to do on my own, or like somebody else may think, with diet, exercise, or meditation, or yoga, or something like that. Like, but it couldn't. And so, so then that makes me feel like this is something that maybe I should be Is it like something to be ashamed of? Or I don't know. I can't really articulate it right now. But I feel like by telling people, and I've told a few people, it just helps me feel better. That's kind of like how it was with my wigs. Like, I don't want anything closeted. I don't want anything to be so kept inside that I can't share it. Like, and it's not for everybody. Believe me, I know plenty of people don't tell people they wear hair. I don't mind telling the waiter that I'm wearing a wig, or the cashier, or whatever. If it was coming up, or there was a comment about my hair, like, I'm okay with that, because every time I share, I feel like it releases something for me. It's like therapeutic. So I'm on this mission to just tell everybody that I'm taking these medications, particularly Zoloft. So that's my Zoloft share, my Zoloft anxiety share. And this video ended up being long and definitely rambly, but I wanted to give everybody that update. So I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Bye.